Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, so it's time for my midweek pickup. Also, it's Marination Meat Wednesday as well, but that's another subject. Today, I wanted to just touch bases on the journey that I have went through. I'm gonna kind of condense it or whatever because it's gonna lead into a topic and everything. But remember, I've told everybody quarterly goals seems to be the best type of goals that you can set, so you can set up for the bigger goal, the major goal in life, or whatever you're trying to accomplish. One of my quarterly goals this year for the first quarter was to quit my job, start my business, and focus completely on school. So that's January through March. That happened. I did exactly what I wanted to do. And then the second goal term was to actually graduate from school, get the business into a position where it can start off good and everything like that. And that's another goal that I've met. So right now, I have graduated. The business is in a place where it's pretty good right now. It could get better. I'm working on getting things better for that. And then just moving forward. Now, when you accomplish a goal, and especially a good goal, sometimes you get to the point to where you're thinking, oh my God, what's next? Or, like in my situation, I was like, I'm completely done with school. It was just the AA. I know exactly what I want to do in my life, and that's cook. So I was thinking, during this whole time, hey, it's nothing else for me to do as far as education wise. I'm not going to continue to a 4-year university, blah, blah, blah. But it seems like soon as I I finished, or maybe a couple of days before I finished, I started thinking, hey, I might want to take another class. And I know a lot of people are like, what do you mean you might want to take another class if you graduated? But the thing is about that is when you have a business and you're just starting off and you're basically, I guess you could say, novice in the business world, it's always good to try and brush up on your craft. Like it's a lot of things that I'm going to continue to do as far as schoolwork, and I'm not working towards a bachelor's, not in my mind yet, but there are certain classes that I want to take as far as helping perfect my craft. There's a good business and marketing class that I think I'm going to end up taking so I can understand the business level a little bit better, so I can understand how to better market my product and market myself as my business grows. There's a cooking class I'm thinking about ending up taking, and that's just to kind of sharpen my skills in certain areas that I want to be sharper in my field. For example, like my cuts, knives, what's good to use, what's not good to use with certain things and everything like that. So I guess what I'm really trying to tell you is you might accomplish your goal and you might think that, hey, I'm finished, I'm done, but you're not done, because especially if it's something that you're doing yourself, you have to feed yourself so you can keep going and go to the next level. It's just like a child. Just because your child hit 1 or 3 or 5, that does not mean that, hey, my job's done. They're self-sufficient. They can go to school. They can get dressed, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true, because you still have to nurture your child. You still have to tell them and teach them, right from wrong. You have to sharpen their skills as they get older, because other things are going to be coming in at them, and you want to make sure that you have them prepared for that. I use that analogy because you have to do the exact same thing for yourself, especially if you are a business owner. You have to continue to perfect your craft. There's never not too much knowledge. You can never have too much knowledge. And that's the whole thing. don't think that we're going to read certain things because it's in the book. You've heard the saying or whatever, put it in a book, they not never go pick it up or read. That is completely incorrect, because we are doing a lot more as far as what we want to do in life. So we're trying to learn, we're trying to get the best knowledge as possible. We're trying to see other people as an example and use their drive to make our drive better. And that's going to kick me into my next topic. As I've said before, I'm not the type of person who wants to take something from somebody. Even when somebody messed up, for example, in a job, you could go to somebody and you can ask them for something, and it may be their job to tell you something in a certain way or a certain way to do it, and then they completely mess it up. I had that situation, completely messed it up, super mad, super hot or whatever, because it was interfering with my goal being accomplished. So yes, I was upset. Yes, I was mad, but I never really wanted to take anything off of this lady's table. Yes, she needed to be reprimanded for it, but I still didn't want to, she needs to be fired right now. That's not the type of person that I really am deep down inside. So, what I'm trying to say is a lot of people, I guess, are smelling themselves so much they think that somebody's either always out to try and get them, try and upstage them, try and steal what they have, or whatever the case may be. I don't know if it's because somebody may not have had anything in their life and they're finally starting to get something and they see that it's fruition and they're trying to be like, hey, I think such and such trying to get, my goods or whatever. That may never be the case ever. Sometimes you might run into people that generally want to learn from you, or they are generally motivated by you, and they see what you're doing. They see the drive and the passion that you have, and then they're like, man, I could learn something from them. Not trying to say, man, I want to take their everything over, and I want to try and get his recipe for this, or I want to try and do this with that. No, that's not the goal in mind, at least not on my aspect. And a lot of things that we have to start to realize and pick up is sometimes people do not want what you exactly have. You know what I'm saying? Some people do not want your product. Some people might say, hey, I can look at this person and learn some things. This person can be an inspiration to me. This person can motivate me to jump up to the next level. But you can't get that confused in thinking that, this person's going to come in and try and steal what I'm trying to do. No, open your eyes. See what's really going on. The main thing in our community, and I'm talking about the black community, is for some reason we always think somebody's trying to take from us. And it's not for some reason. It's because everything that we've usually had in history has been taken from us, especially freedom, for one. But I guess it's in our mind state that sometimes we can't see when people are actually trying to look at us for guidance or look at us for motivation. Their mind state is that, this person wants to take what I got. No. Why can't you ever see it as this person's doing their own thing, and maybe I'm an inspiration to this person? Maybe they're looking up to me as, I guess you could say like a big brother, the big brother program that they used to have going on, and they still do have going on, but like mentorship type thing. But the thing that pisses me off the most is people get the misconception and always think that you're trying to take from them. And, I'm not a thief, you know what I'm saying? So that's not where I come from. Now, it may be like 70% of the time, yes, somebody does have bad intentions on what they're trying to do. But you have to be aware of that, and you have to watch out for it, of course. But then at the same time, you can't look through those eyes and think that someone's always trying out to get you, because that person may be a little bit better at you at some areas. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad because somebody's doing something and then you were doing it, especially if that's their thing or whatever, and then try and think, I can't trust them. They go try and steal my stuff. It's complete ignorance, and it needs to be addressed, and it will be. But with that being said, everybody keep pushing for your goals. You can make it. Look at me. Everybody told me I couldn't. I did it. It's done. And now I want to go forward and, develop myself in a way where everything else is coming to me easily. Put God first, family second, everything else will follow. I will see y'all next week. Congratulations to all those who graduated this past weekend.